when you do something and you know that you did it, but you don't want to take accountability, don't create a whole lie, a different story to make yourself feel better. Don't do that, right? Because a lot of times, sometimes you'll do something and you know that you were wrong, but you'll create a lie and spread the lie just to make yourself feel better about what you did. When all you really need to do is take accountability. And then no one is hurt. No new lie has been told. Maybe your feelings is hurt because you did something and you feel bad about it. But instead of just admitting that, you went and created a whole nother story to make yourself look better and feel better. When all you had to do was tell the truth and hold yourself accountable. Let us all work on that collectively as a society. We deserve that, we need that, and we're worthy of it. Just a little accountability.
Now I will never be your hater, I'm your biggest fan. I hope it falls into place just how you planned it. Life could put you in a pickle, just make sure it's kosher. Lean on me like Bill Withers until you smell the roses.
What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Subscribe or die trying. You see the thumbnail, you check out the clip. That was a dope clip. We got to talk about this, man. You know, liars. You know how liars create, lies or create bad situations. Lies don't take accountability, whatever you want to call it. But even online, I had some things that happened to me personally, that I might discuss, I might not, I don't know. But when you see, even in this gender dynamic, this relationship dynamic online that is blown up on the internet, you see how people tell stories. They tell stories about what happened in other people. But let's just play this out in the reality part. These are all one-sided stories. 95% of the time, these are one-sided stories. So you're believing a one-sided story because they made it sound good. But while you're listening to these one-sided stories that somebody makes sound good, there's a part of you that hears some of the story, and you can tell the person is leaving out details, which means they're not being completely honest, which means they probably did something. Now, the other thing that's troubling, in my opinion, about this is, as she said, and shout out to Tabitha Brown, I appreciate that clip. I mean, I appreciate saying that. Sometimes you need a word, you dig? But when you do wrong and you create a lie to cover up your wrong, and you go around spreading that lie to make sure you're covered, you meant to do it. You meant to do that wrong. You meant to do that person wrong. You meant, like, see, because I don't want to be seen bad, because I'm assuming that this person is going to tell everybody what I did to them because I know I was dead wrong. So this is how I cover my tracks. I lie to other people. So when they see me, because people believe a lie before they believe the truth, and people will ride with somebody who told them a lie until the wheels fall off, and then months can go by, years can go by, and then the truth, quote unquote, comes out, or they figure out the truth, and they go, "Oh man, I believed you," but forget the fact that you believed them. What about the fact that you treated this person bad on the lie? And now it's like, oh, whoa. Or the person that lied on another person to be absolved of their responsibility or accountability in the situation. Why do y'all think people fall out so hard, or people, how can I say this, or people hurt other people? Sometimes it's not doing them wrong that's the issue. Sometimes you pour salt in the wound by going around spreading a rumor about some wrong shit that you did to cover your ass. So now I got to deal with the wrong you did, and I got to deal with these, what I'm hearing that you're saying. And I wanted to move on, I let it go. Or if I see you, when I see you, we gonna handle it right then and right there. But now I gotta find you. Now I gotta pull up on you. And some of y'all don't realize, like, just for the record, like sometimes people do people wrong and they start. There are people who do people wrong. They do people wrong, and then they make the lie up to cover their behind. And they know the person's gonna find out because that's what they're making it up for. It's like this checkmate thing, right? So it's a a, a, a villain playing a victim. And so if the person that they cross finds them and say becomes vengeful or gets revenge, now they get to be the victim because I didn't do nothing. You remember what I told y'all? I didn't do nothing. I don't even know why they did that. I don't know. It's like, oh, okay. And they get, the victim becomes the villain because now they got to see you because you out of pocket. But the other part that I got to add to that is this part. When you do that, y'all don't realize that person, the same person that did a person wrong and created lies to cover their butt, they're running from that person that they did wrong and they lied on. They're running from that person. That's what they're doing. They're running. It's kind of like when somebody owes a person money and everybody knows that they owe them money. So then are they coming? Yeah, such and such coming. Such and such on the way. They on the way. Let me get up out of here. I'll see y'all later, y'all. Peace. I gotta go. They do that. That's the same thing. A person who does wrong, they do that. Like I had a situation not too many days ago where somebody did me dirty, but I know that's their character and they can possibly do that. The issue was because they had done me dirty a few times in the past, but it's quote unquote family, right? But the issue is, in the beginning they did me dirty, and then I confronted them back in the day from doing dirt, and it was kind of understanding, like one of those people that'll do you dirty from afar, but when you get in their face, all of a sudden, or they do you dirty and talk real crazy to you, and then life kicks them in the ass, and now we supposed to be family. You gotta forgive me. I need help now. One of them type of people, right? So, of course, you got two options: hurt them or leave them alone. So I choose more so leave them alone. But sometimes I can't. But what do you do sometimes when people put you in a situation? And I'm not saying you volunteered for it. They volunteered you for a situation without you knowing. Put you in a situation, and now you in this situation, they sucker punch you in this situation. It's like, so you knew I didn't really rock with you like this, so you wound up putting me in this situation, and there was no ability for me to say no. So now I'm in this situation. Now I get the sucker punch, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna fuck you up. Yeah. No. So for me, it's like, I gotta leave you alone. I'm definitely gonna leave you alone, but sometimes you gotta make an exception when family ain't family no more. And I gotta do you like I do people who, act like that. So, but when you create an argument, because in this scenario, I knew what the person was gonna do. I was like, yeah, I don't got a good feeling about it. I know who I'm dealing with. And so then it's like, look, this time, you sucker punch me this time. We're not even gonna argue about it. We're not gonna go back and forth with you about it. Hey, have a good life. Take care of yourself. We're done. So in my language, that means we're done. I'm never gonna see you. Never gonna talk to you again. But I know who you are, and I know how you get down, and I know you're gonna get down on your luck, and I know you're gonna try to build bridges, and I know I'm not gonna be available, and I know you're stupid enough to pull up the I'm sorry stuff, and then I know full hell well that I'm gonna put you in the hospital. You shouldn't show your face. I know this already, and they know this already. So, but well, they don't. They, when they up, they up. You know, when they up, it's like, ugh. And then when they down, it's like, Lord Jesus, help me. And that's their whole life. But in the process, I got to lie to this person, tell this person this, lie to this person, tell this person that, lie to this person, tell this person this, lie to this person, tell this person that. So sometimes I would say, even in my situation, when I saw the handwriting on the wall, I was like, I called a family member. I said, listen, I know you know what's going on, because you know what's going on, because you're involved in it too. So from my end, this is what's going on. Don't look well. It's probably going to go this way. So when it do, you're going to know why I respond the way I do. We ain't even got to talk about it. Like, I was in front, I was ahead of that. You ain't got to talk about it. So they're like, okay, yeah, okay. I said, okay. And then subsequently, like 2 days later, exactly. We went on, like, exactly. So now, sometimes you got to beat people to the punch. Or sometimes you got to punch people. But people have an issue with that. And I was using myself as an example, but at the same time, like, I was clowning with a coworker, and and we were talking about, like, the issues or whatever at work. And I just came out and just said it. I was like, listen, what you have is a situation where you have people who have a job, who at their job they really fuck with other people, because they assume they can't get their ass kicked at work, because if you get your ass kicked at work, the person gets fired. So they fuck with people, and they're hiding behind them. You can't do nothing to me. And this is men and women, right? And I was like, but if you just look at them as people who really don't want no problems like that, stop. You won't take them seriously. Because just because somebody wants to argue doesn't mean they want to fight. They just want to argue. So don't argue with somebody who acts like they want to fight when you know they don't. You know what I'm saying? They want to argue to create a bigger argument, to create a bigger argument, to create a bigger argument. It's like, then to play victim when the arguments gets a little too heated. So I was like, hey, just stop playing with these people. And then they're going to go around, this person is that, and that person is this, and this person is that, and this person is that. And the irony of that, at the end of the day, is this. No matter where you go, there you are. If you're a person that wrongs people, and then you're telling stories to cover your butt, that becomes your reputation. That becomes who you are and what you do. And at a certain point, just being honest, you become the boy who cried wolf. So that's just my 2 cents on that, man. Y'all tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe, or die trying. Catch y'all on the next one.
You ever been at the top of the universe? I'm gonna tell you that.